Professor Liu is going to teach you Chapter 7, Classwork 3, Square class. Alright, so let's take a look at square, okay? Alright. So, I'm going to draw a square. For a square class, and we're going to just write an easy program. So the data may be a side. That's your data. Okay. Then we are going to have a constructor. So we have default constructor and mutator constructor. And the mutator constructor I write as a inline class because it's short. So I'm going to show you inline class. And I also want to show you to set aside. So set aside is sort of like mutator constructor, but there's an advantage for you to short set aside in main program, because instead of give 5 and 3, we can prompt the user to give you a number. So this way we can interact with user. So that's two new thing I want to introduce you is the inline class, inline constructor, and also we're going to allow the user to give up the input in the main program. Okay, so let's start the program right now. Alright, so I want to create new project. It's an empty project. I'm going to call this Chapter 7 Classwork _ 3 Square. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start it right now. So I am going to right click it and add a class. And I'm going to call it square. Okay. Alright, so a class has two parts. Data part in private. Member method, member function in public. Okay. Now, as I told you, the square we needed, we want to be larger scope, so we put double. Can be integer too. Okay, side. And I'm going to start it. So first, I'm going to give my constructor. So that's my constructor. Alright, now the constructor is initialize the side. Alright, so we don't want to initialize it to 0 because that's nothing. So we initialize to 1. Alright, so that's we write it in the definition. Second one, we're going to do this right now. Okay, we're going to do right here double S. Okay, now instead of here, instead of continue here, we are going to do like this way. Okay, this is called inline. So instead of go to the other one, instead of come here, we write inline. And here we just say my side equal to S. That from the user. Okay, so this is called inline way. Now then here you don't have the quick action because you're done. Okay, now we are going to do the second one right here. We are going to do set aside. So we say set size, and same thing. All right. Now we are going to do this right now. So we make a definition right here. That will be our side will come from S. The only reason we do this is we will allow the user give us an input. Then we're going to easy one. We're just going to get area. It's okay. So then we are going to write the definition. All right. So the definition, we already know we can do power psi to the second power, or then we need to go this one. Then we need to do include IO string. Okay, if you do that, then you need to include IO string. All right. If you are lazy, you can just do return side times side. Okay. So then you don't need to do this part thing. All right. So now we done that, and we're going to get our destructor. So tilde. Then we're going to write a definition. Okay. And we don't need to write anything. Now we have our header file. We have our CPP file. Okay, our CPP file. So notice that CPP file here, you don't have the definition for mutator constructor. The reason is it's an inline function. Okay. Now we are going to create another one here. That's a create the object, then be able to use. So it's new item right now. Then we're going to say use square. So we do the golden 7 line. Alright, so before we start, this is your golden 7 line, but before we start, we must include and put quotation and get your header file of your square. Okay, so once we do that, we are allowed to do, so now we are allowed to use our class as class and create our object right now. So I'm going to say square square. Let me do several of them. Square 1, square 2. So we did not provide any value. So square 1, square 2, square 3. All right, all these three are using default constructor. So size 1. But square 4, well, I'm going to give 10. So square 4 is using the mutator, so it is 10. Now we're going to do this. Okay, square 1 and 2, they are 1. Is that right? The size is 1, and we are going to do this. You say sq1 dot set size. All right, set size. All right, so I'm going to set size that to 5, and sq1 1 dot set size, and this will be 3. All right. The reason we want to do set size is we can prompt the user. Instead of that, we can say this. Okay, we can say let me see here, integers size. Then you can prompt the user, say CL, enter the size for the second square. Okay, you will be allowed to let user participate, get users input. So they do site right here. Now once you do that, then you do SQ2, your second one, and your set size, and your set size will be site. That will be take from user. Okay, and so the first one as first square, and the size is 5. The second one take from user, and the third one is 1, right? And the fourth one is 10. So we're going to take a look the area. So set the square one, okay, then we is going to get this SQ1 dot get area. All right, and let's do another 3. Okay, so square 2 and square 2, square 3 and square 3, and square 4 and square 4. Okay, so now let's try to study right now. Square 1 and square 2 take default constructor, so it'll be 1. But right here, I reset square 1 side to 5. So I hard coded. But 2, I ask the user to give me a side, and I put into here. So here, square 1 side, this we should expect right here. So this one, we will expect this one, the answer, that will be 5 times 5. That's the first one here. And the second one here, we already got it. The side, we don't know. Wait till user give to me. Hey, I'm a user right now. Okay, so I am going to do 3.5, and it will be 3.5 times 3.5. Okay, so we later will see the answer. Okay, now we are going to do the third one. So the third one will be here. So that's 1 times 1. That will be 1. All right, and the fourth one is given to you. That will be 10 times 10, right? The fourth one here. And that's 100. All right, so let's take a look at the program right now. Let's take the program. So far, okay? All right, so let's take a look at the program. Now I'm going to build it. Start without debugging. So the second one, we say we're going to do 3.5. Is that right? Okay. So right here, is 25, and the second one 3.5 times 3.5, and the third one is 1. The fourth one is 100. Okay, so so now let me double check here. Okay, here, I hope you like this program. Okay, there's a mistake here. The side here has to be double because it was truncated. It was truncated, remember? It has to be double. So let's build it one more time. And start without debugging. So the third one, let's put 3.5. We don't want integer. We don't. So it's 12.25. It won't be truncated because I was putting 3. That will be truncated. All right. So let's take a look at this program. That's your header file. And this is your CPP. And this is your CPP. So let me drag the program to here right now. So this is your CPP. And this one is your main program. Okay, I hope you like this program. Okay.